Well, today the goal was to work on the 57 Chevrolet some. It's raining outside. I've been collecting some parts. I've been collecting them for years. You see me at the junkyards looking. So these are some of the parts I've collected. And a friend of mine called me up, and he rides a scooter, and you might know that I used to have a scooter, and I really like scooters, and he wants me to make him a longer, stretch his swing arm. So he wants me to stretch this out 4 more inches. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully it won't take too long. I'll use 1-inch square tubing and we'll stretch it on out. I was going to make a jig so I can make it exactly like it is. And then after that, we might start on the rocket again. I need to get the nose cone on. I want to get it on and make a jack for the back so I can hold it up, and maybe Dangerous Hicks to get active this summer doing some jumps with the rocket. Okay, we're back on the swing arm. Okay, well, the first thing I did was make a small drawing of what we got here and got some dimensions. So I got this dimension and the outside and this dimension from here to here, and almost forgot this one. This is coming up at an angle. If you can see, there's a space up under here. So what I did was put a spacer up under there and measure. So this is 1 inch. So we'll get this angle back when we get it all cut apart. I went ahead and put that threaded rod on here, and that'll hold these pieces together where they were. But of course I'll check it before I weld it back in. So now the whole trick is to weld it, to grind it apart. So we'll get the grinder. Okay, I got them ground down. I'll show it like this so I can see what I'm doing. Ground them down. I've ground these down. Now, I figured I needed a 7 1/4 inch piece to make it longer. So I've cut some 1-inch square, 7 1/4. I coped them on the end. Let's see. There you go. Made them a little bit round there. And I even pinched this a little bit in the vise on this side. And then I've taken them and clamped them to this angle iron to hold them parallel and straight. So the next thing I was doing was measuring. Let's see how straight we are right here. And like that says 7 1/2. This one looked it's a little off, see? So I'm going to have to trim a little bit on this end here to get this parallel with my table there. So that's where we're up to right now. Okay, before I finish welding it, see right, I just got to tack a couple places here. I'm going to plumb or square. See, we'll square these tubes up with that axle. And that looks pretty good. Then I'll go ahead and I'll weld this one, and then we'll do the same here. I'll show you how this one's off too. See how that's off? Can y'all see that? Now this one's good, so we'll go ahead and weld it while it's good, and then we'll work on the other one. Okay, there's probably a better way to do this, and after I do a few of them, I'll probably come up with a better, faster way, but I finally got it where it's plumb. We're straight here. And we're pretty straight there. Actually, real good right there. And I'm measuring right up here. We got it's like 7 1/2 to the very top of the rod, and this one's like 7 1/2 right to it too. So we're ready to weld those up. Okay, I went ahead and welded all the way around, and I put a little brace in there, a piece of scrap I got. Now we got to tie it to this part. So I'll center that up, make sure it's all straight. This is all straight. We know it is. So we'll make sure it's straight that way and measure from here to here and there to there and make sure it's that way. And then we'll look for this twist in it too, which it might be a little bit in there because when you weld this stuff, it kind of flexes a lot. So we'll see how it works. Okay, there it is. I was going to paint it black, but I couldn't find any black paint, so I just had some primer. So I'll let him primer it up. And that's the finished stretched swing arm, I guess. And this really isn't a swing arm because after the motor swing arm, it bounces off. This is a swing arm mount, I guess. So it's been stretched 4 inches.